A very good morning, my dear students. Hope you are doing well at home. You must take care of yourself, eat good food, and have little play even. Okay, don't always sit with your books. And once in a while, you can play and you can have a little bit of entertainment. Okay, convey my best wishes to your parents even. And let's come to the textual exercises from the lesson The Christmas Present in the World. As we have seen that Jim McPherson is the best Christmas present for Connie McPherson, as we have learnt it. In the lesson, if we get into the lines and if we get into the text, we would come across certain sentences that I'm gonna read from the page number 17. All of you please open your textbook, ebooks. On page 17 you come across certain sentences like this. Look at these sentences from the story. I spotted it in a junk shop in Bridport. The man said it was made in the early 19th century. This one was in a bad condition. He was talking about the roll top desk. Okay, there are certain words which are written italicized. These are the verbs. Spotted means found out, and said says past form is said, and it was in a bad condition. Okay, the whole passage or these sentences are talking about simple past. When you were there in grade 7, you learned tenses. Okay, tense is nothing but the time of speaking. There are three different kinds of speaking: present tense, past tense, and the future tense. And when it comes to present tense, you have learned the four different forms under present tense: simple present or present indefinite, present continuous, present perfect, and present perfect continuous. You know, just like maths, when it comes to grammar, you need to learn set of rules in applying grammar in sentences. When you write or read sentences, you come across a certain tense form of the verbs. Here in this lesson, the whole description all or the personal experience of Michael Morpurgo, the writer of this lesson, we have seen he had found many things and he had experienced many of the things regarding Jim McPherson and Connie McPherson, and he himself went to Connie McPherson in order to give her an envelope. Okay, let us come through grammar. Here, I just read out the verbs spotted, S-P-O-T-T-E-D, and said, S-A-I-D, said, and was. These are the past forms. Let us come to this, okay, past tense. Here, I am just introducing today simple past and past perfect tense. Here, simple past, we use a simple past in order to express, okay, something that we have done in the past. Anything that we have finished doing, that we express in simple past. Okay. What is the structure of simple past? You know, subject, past form of the verb V2, and the object. Any meaningful sentence is consisting three different parts in it. What are those? Subject, verb, object. Subject means the doer of action. Object is receiving the action performed by the subject, and whatever we have done, that is verb. Here it is past form of the verb. Okay, one example also I quoted. He climbed the tree in the park yesterday. What did he do yesterday at the park? He climbed the tree in the park yesterday. Something that he had done on yesterday. Okay, what did he do? He climbed the tree. Where did he climb the tree? In the park. When did he climb the tree? Yesterday. So yesterday means the past, something that is already happened. The day before is nothing but yesterday. Yesterday something had happened. What did he do? Here somebody, some boy, okay, climbed the tree in the park yesterday. Okay, here you can see the subject and V2 form of the climb is climbed, and the park in the tree in the park is the object. The time of action is yesterday. Yesterday the boy had done something that doing is nothing but climbing up the tree, and it was happened on yesterday. The whole sentence is talking about something that is done the day before. It is simple past. When it comes to past perfect, I would like to introduce even past perfect today. What is past perfect? Likewise, what we have learned in simple past. Like 3 important words in a sentence that constructs or it frames a meaningful sentence. What it is? Subject, verb and object. Okay, here I have written one more sentence. What is past perfect? But before we get to learn the example, you should know what is past perfect tense and when exactly it can be used. Past perfect tense can be used to talk about something that had happened little earlier. 2 things happens in the past, but one of the things happened little earlier than the next one. 2 different things happens in the past. One of the actions precedes, okay, the next action. That is nothing but past perfect tense. It means 2 different actions that's performed in the past, but one of the actions goes little earlier than the next action. Okay, one simple example I just wanted to quote. Before I went to a doctor. Before I went to a doctor, my family doctor had called me and he had prescribed me the medicine. Before I went to doctor, you didn't go to doctor yet, but the doctor was very close to you and he had prescribed the medicine, okay, that can cure your problem. Understand? It means before you get to go to the doctor, you didn't go to doctor. You went to doctor, okay, or you are supposed to go to doctor. You wanted to go to doctor. I wanted to go to doctor, but before I go to him, he had prescribed me the medicine. One more example I give you. Before I reached the station, the train had already left. Okay, before you reach the station, what had happened? Before you go to the station, the train which you need to board had already gone away. It had already left the station. What have you understood? One action precedes, okay, before the next action. One action goes little earlier than the next action. That's why we also call, it is also known as the past perfect tense is also known as the earlier past. Past, earlier past. Past in the sense is simple past. Earlier past in the sense past perfect. 2 actions in the past tense happens, but one goes little earlier than the next one. Okay, here in this particular lesson, you come across, you please notice the verbs. Okay, here the structure of past perfect tense is subject plus, had plus, V3 plus object. What is V3? We have learned before V1, V2, V3, V4 and V5. V1 is present, V2 is past, V3 is past participle, V4 is participle and V5 is simple present. V3 in the sense past participle. Climb, climbed, climbed. Think, thought, thought. Seek, sought, sought. Okay, and have, had, had. Has, had, had. Usually you learn V1, V2, V3, but you need to know V4 and V5 also. V5 is present participle and V5 is simple present or present indefinite. Okay, past perfect tense, once again I would like to bring to you. What is the difference between simple past and past perfect? Simple past in the sense exactly an action that occurs in the past. When it comes to past perfect tense, 2 actions in the past that happens, but one of the actions goes before the next action. Here I wrote, he climbed the tree, then he had gone to park. Okay, he climbed the tree, that's okay. But what did he do before? He had gone to park. First he had to reach the park. After reaching the park only he could do something, no? Here, what had happened first? Going to the park has happened first, and after reaching the park, okay, he had climbed the tree.